Hi everyone, I am Catherine of Amateur Decorating Like a Pro. I am participating in a collaboration that is pulled together by Wani of Wani's House. Now, her channel is all about interior decorating, party planning, as well as event planning. So Wani just pulls it all together day or night for you. She's also loaded with creativity, especially when it comes to those awesome DIYs. Thank you, Wani, for the invitation. So guys, her challenge to us was to decorate a room or a space. I chose to decorate a space due to time constraints, and I decided I would have much more fun doing that. Now, there are several of us participating in this collaboration. Check the comments area of my video, and you're going to find either a link to their channel or a link directly to their video. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go to work. So I decided to do a project in my foyer. Now my foyer walls extend all the way up to the roof, so it's a pretty open space. However, the square footage on the floor is very narrow. So you may have about 4 feet from the front door before you hit the stairs, or either go down a small corridor headed into the living room. Currently, as far as furnishings, I did remove a small mirror that was on the wall, and then secondly, this rug has been here for some time and it's actually starting to fade along the edges. I've had it for a couple of decades, guys, honestly. For those of you that are familiar with my channel, you know I am no stranger to paint. Most of the time, I've got paint on my hands or elbows or something. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and start with the floor because that rug is going to need some time to dry after I finish working with it. What I'm going to do is simply spray paint it. Yes, you can spray paint these rugs. That's right. I'll show you how. Step number 1 is to thoroughly vacuum your rug. Step 2 is to actually take the fringe or tassels, whatever's on your rug, and tape them underneath on the very bottom. You don't want them sticking out. You want to make sure that they don't get covered with paint. Here are the supplies that you're going to need. I'm using the Strolling Gloss Navy Blue paint. I have plastic gloves to protect my hands. I have plastic on the ground outside underneath my rug. You can also use old cardboard boxes. To protect my camera, I did have to turn it off when I was spray painting. So here are the instructions. You simply just hold your spray can about 10 inches above your rug and spray from left to right evenly all the way down your rug, top to bottom, along the sides as well. That's what your rug will look like after the first can of paint. This is after the second can of paint. I then moved my rug onto the patio to dry overnight. 2 points that I want to make here. Your rug is going to have a different texture. You've just spray painted it, and spray paint is designed to be hard. So your rug is going to be hard just as if it were on the other side. You know, on the outside, on the front porch, those rugs are hard. And then secondly, you've only spray painted about maybe close to 1/4 of an inch from the surface of the rug. So you can come back and add additional coats later or even add a design. Now let's work on the walls. I'm going to recycle some frames that I purchased last year from a cash liquidation place. And guys, they're gold leaf frames and I absolutely love that. So I'm going to add burlap as my backdrop and then add some mosaic tiles to the front of the glass and simply put a decorative design on the mosaic tiles. We start out by simply spray painting our tiles that navy blue that I used in the actual rug. Now on this one, you're going to actually see me apply the Rub and Buff. It is that metallic wax. You've seen me use it lots and lots of times for those of you that are familiar with my channel. And it's a metallic wax. I apply it basically to my fingertips. You can use it with a brush or put on plastic gloves if you want, but it looks like this. And as you can see, it's got a little gold bling to it. I'm going to turn my finger so you can get a clear shot of it. When you purchase your fabric, it's normally folded in half, and that is exactly how I left it to do this project. I didn't want you to be able to see through the fabric to the actual foam core that was on the inside. So I took my burlap and I covered up the foam core on the inside and placed it right back inside of the frame. The trick is the way you disassemble the frame is exactly the way you should put it back together. To determine my center of the glass, I measured along the sides as well as the top and the bottom. That measurement was the same on all four sides, 20 inches and a fourth. So I simply placed a piece of tape in the very center and I put a dot using a Sharpie right where the center would be. Now simply take two pieces of string and stretch them across your picture frame. That's from left to right and top to bottom. What you're doing is creating a cross in the center, and that's going to be the center of your frame. Now simply slide your tile underneath the string, align the corners of the tile with the string, which are also aligned with those dots that you placed earlier. Now use painter's tape to secure the location of the tile. And all you have to do now is remove the tile, place your glue down, slide your tile back in place, and wait for it to dry. I waited at least 48 hours. That was a lot of E6000 glue. Now I can be kind of quirky when it comes to hanging pictures, so I just wanted to make sure that my lines were even, so I decided to make a template of the actual pictures and then place them on a wall to see if it was going to be what I wanted. And finally, to finish this display, I am using this big red glass vase that I got from Goodwill for $8.08. But I know, it's going to be a lot of red at my front door, and I just decided to try something different, a silk flower arrangement. So I added white flowers to the vase, and I found some really cute ones that had these little glass balls that almost looked like little drops of water, and I thought they just had the finishing touch and made it look like fireworks going off when you enter my home. And one of my favorite benefits is that you can no longer see that white light switch cover behind the flowers and the vase. Well, that's it, guys. As a salute to a military town from which I live in, as well as 5 veterans in my family, I want to say happy 4th of July. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, there are links in the comments area for all of the participants that are a part of this collaboration. Thank you, Wani, so much for the invitation. I love a good challenge. It helps me to get things done around my house. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and as always, stay in prayer and stay creative.